And then she said to me, paint me like your French ladies. Morning. How are we doing? Are we good? Oh, they've changed the top of the tick. Let's do this. How's things? I got to do a bit about Panorama. I hope you're well. I do hope you're well. We want that and that off for the minute. That off for the minute.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 19 Celsius.
And then we should be able to go to that. And then we should be able to go to this. That was a nice, smooth transition. Look at that. It was almost like I'd done it before. Let's go qualify. Is this fixed? It is fixed. Right. Fixed setup. Porsche car. GT3. Where's my gloves? Where's my gloves? We have a visitor to the studio today again. DJ Defcat's here. I haven't opened up chat. Oh my god. How did I miss that? Hang on. Need to open up chat windows. That one. Launch that. You get a chat window up. In case you haven't heard, remember we're shutting down.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 20 Celsius.
We're shutting down one of the channels in August. We're going to stop live streaming to one of the channels. You can guess which channel that is. Come say hello for the moment. Right. Hey, Rohan. Hope you're well. Good to see you. We're not going to get a lap in at this point. Come on, Kev. Hurry up. We don't need... What don't we need here? We don't need the axis fixed. And we need these activated. If you subscribe on any of the channels, you can come chat to me in Discord. The Discord is open. There's a subscribers only channel in there. You can come in there. Right. This has a really weird...
Pit lane speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, Billy, we've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
Hey, John. Split 2 of 5. Strength of field is 2.1k. Hey Liam, I don't have belt tensioners, no. I don't think the belt tensioners are very accurate. I use a Sensed Haptic seat, which is custom fit cushions for your seat. So it's not a match. I don't think the tensioners are very accurate at all. They don't feel like a race car. Or seat belts in it, or race belts in it, harnesses in a track car. I use these to keep my back straight, Liam. I use these to keep my back straight. And it works really well. Hey, Matty. You just ordered the seatbelt tensioners. Did you, where are you based? Because I know a company in the UK has them in stock. Pigman.
The leader has just done a 2:03 2.00.
Oh, the sense of haptics. Did you use my link? I bet you didn't. You're in London. Did you use my link in my useful links?
The leader has just done a 202.00.
Bet you didn't. Force the channel if you use my useful links.
You're a second off in sector 1.
He was like, damn. Yeah, we got one. You should always check my useful links. They're really good. I highly recommend them. I have a profile I can share with you as well. Where did you hear about them?
That's a new fastest lap for Davidson, 201.38. B12, that puts you 4.4 off the pace. The leader's just done a 201.28.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're very good. Happily share my profile with you. Morning, Mark.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
It's purely your call, but if you want to drop me your email, I'll have a word with the team. Let them know you placed an order, see if we can get a hurry on it. Just DM me your email address in Discord, and I'll have a word with the guys. Hey, Marvel.
Sector 2 is 2.0 off the pace. That's the end of the session, 14th.
But yeah, always check my useful links. Cool. Glad you're sorted. Yes, I am going back to the XP1s. I'm just not putting them on the rig before tearing the rig apart. Yeah, glad you're sorted, Liam. All good. Always check my useful links. There's a whole load of there's a whole load of affiliations and useful links. P14. Yeah, we'll be going back to the XP1s for sure, Mark. But I thought about putting them back on, and I was like, do you know what? These are on at the moment. It won't be long till we pull this rig apart. We're going to change this rig out, upgrade this rig, move the rig around.
The race starts in 60
There's work
seconds.
pending here. There's work pending here in the office, in the studio. and we'll have to move the rig and we'll build a new rig back in. Hey, Bama fan.
T minus 30 seconds. We've got cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them. The track temp is 20 Celsius. The air temp is 19.
Any
14.
Any brake bias suggestions? Any brake bias suggestions for the Porsche?
Rolling starts. Follow car number 19 in the right column. Catch up to car number 19. Safety car speed is 89 kilometers per hour.
Hey Darcy, hope you well.
We need to close the gap to the guy ahead, please, Billy.
Right, here we go. 9 laps.
Get ready.
Rolling start. P14, split 2.
Go, nail it.
Car left. Still there. Clear left. Right side. Hold your line, clear right.
Let's see what
Car
happens.
ahead is Hurley.
On your left. Clear left.
Good start, mate. Nice one.
Up we go.
Turn 5. You think it might be Ahmed?
Easy to begin with. It's only the first lap. Right, let's tuck in. Hey Thomas, hey QQ.
B12.
Better exit than he did.
Stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake.
Come on, let's go. A guy in front of me is very ginger for a 2.5k iRacing.
Good morning.
We didn't understand.
Track limits. The guy in front is Tim. Their rating is 1.9.
Hey Casey, hey Mike.
Alright, Billy. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
P12. Up the hill at Bathurst. I'm alright. Quite civilized in here at the moment.
Civilized at Bathurst in the Peacock.
I know, right? It's like they all bought their GT3 cars. And they know how much the paintwork is. Good Raven, thanks for following. If you stick a full stop in, you can do chat to text to speech. A full stop in before your text. Come say hello, let me know where in the world you are. Got any sim racing questions? Today is the day to ask them.
Don't forget, you're not a member of the Discord.
Fastest lap for Jarvis.
You're not a member of the Discord, sign up.
2:01.56.
We're only a couple of
Oh,
shots
yeah.
for 1,000.
I have a little prize for the 1,000th follower.
The yellow, that lap was a 2:04.09.
Just a little something.
2 is 1.4 off the pace. Stick with him, keep him under pressure.
Left side. Clear left.
Nice pass. Well done, Billy. The guy in front is early.
Let's go, come on, get up the hill. Push, push, push. I know if I go to first gear in that corner in the Forest Elbow, I'll end up spinning out, but the second always feels so slow.
Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
See if we close in under braking.
New fastest lap for Jarvis, 2:01.86. was 204.09.
Closed on him, just not quick enough.
You're reeling early.
You're sharing Razio?
0.9.
You're welcome.
Come on!
Okay, Billy, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. The gap in front is now 0.9.
Closing in.
This is iRacing selling.
We're halfway home. We're okay on fuel.
Come on, baby, let's go. Salin, this is iRacing for PC. Sorry, mate, I didn't see it. It was, no, this isn't an LFM server. This is an iRacing server. Oh, he went wide. He went wide. She feels like a bit of a bus and fixed setup.
Fastest lap for Arnold, 201.48.
She's rude.
So car number 13 behind is increasing. It's now 0.5.
No, this is GT3s.
Oh, GT3s, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is Asia Edition GT3. Here comes Stanislav in the BMW.
All these cars just sound the same to me.
On your right. Right side. Still there. Clear right.
What, epic.
Yellow flag. There's an incident in Quarry. Looks like it's Fisher and Maros. That's a new fastest lap lap for Arnold, 2:01.20.
Do you have any tips to get B license? Just drive cleanly. You're doing well, Verstappen. How are you? How are you? Best
On
team.
your right. Hold your line. Hold your line. Stay right.
Got damage. You have 5
That was interesting.
points.
That was an interesting maneuver.
So Teddy, the best thing to do to get your safety rating up is to do a track with a lot of corners and do it
Okay,
cleanly.
Billy, you've got half your fuel left.
Do not have any collisions, do not have any off tracks, and then when you get to 3 from 2.41, you'll get a buff of 0.5, which will take you to 3.5. And then you're only a short step away from
That's
getting to
5 minutes to go.
4.0, which will give you an
Keep it nice and
automatic
smooth to come up.
upgrade on your
Roads come to
license,
us.
provided you've done your 4 MPR races, which stands for minimum participation. So you
That's
need
the
to do
advice I
4
would
of
have
them.
liked to give. Sorry.
You have to do 4 of them for each license group. Sorry, Kev, carry on.
No, I was going to say that's the advice I should have given. I would have liked to give him if I had a BMW trying to take the side off me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, you
very,
like that
very
track
valid.
of it.
Beyond my drive safe. Very, very valid.
So the TLDR of that is every time you cross a whole number, you'll get about a 0.5 buff. So the easiest time to get the next level is right after you've got this one.
Okay, Billy, don't let this guy distract you. Quicker than you,
Come on.
entering first elbow.
I don't think there was anything I could have done for that BMW.
I missed it. It's just keeping the pub.
We'll definitely have a look back. Good morning, everyone who's joined. My name's Kevin. I stream as BillyOirish. 6 days a week.
The leader has just done a
We're currently on 3
2:01.33.
streams. Purple, red one, and TikTok.
Service flag.
For August, we're going to drop one of them. Come join our Discord, nearly 1,000 members. Got a little prize to give away for the 1,000 member. Mount Panorama's great fun.
Gap to early in front is now 0.5.
Adrian, thanks for following. Remember, if you follow, you can do text-to-speech by putting a full stop in before your text.
Rossio Cud says like this.
Like that.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
I think I've lost my straight line speed.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely took it off you.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Sadly, LMU doesn't have Mount Panorama. I use Race Labs as overlays.
Thomas, 204.00.
Is my ELO? What's ELO? Oh, this McLaren's going to have me down the Conrod. I don't think it has IMSA. I think it has tracks. That's Daytona and Laguna, but I don't think it has the IMSA license.
Curtin took the win.
I think LMU has the IMSA, has the Daytona and Laguna tracks, but I don't think it has the IMSA license per se. Hey, Katie. This is iRacing Cup.
E9. Okay.
Thanks for sharing, Katie. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed that.
Was a good result.
Morning, everyone. My name's Kevin. I stream as BillyOirish. I'd really appreciate if you give me a follow.
Charlie0481 says morning.
Get involved in the Discord as well. Let's have a look at that incident.
Morning, Charlie.
Oh, he locked up. I was in the clear on that. He locked up. That was a him problem.
Charlie0481 says morning cud.
Can we see it from your chase view, please?
Yeah, of course you can. Let's go chase. And we'll widen it out so you get a bit more. And if we go up. I couldn't find the Discord. If you go to my website, BillyOirish.com in Durotech, and the Discord links are on there, or it's in my bio, or if you go to beacons.ai /BillyOirish. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it, mate.
You're welcome.
Right, that's
Charlie0481 says, how was your breakfast yesterday, Kev?
Breakfast was good yesterday. Breakfast was really good. 2 sausages, 2 bacon, 2 eggs, fried bread, 2 slices of toast, some mushrooms. I skipped the tomatoes, some hash brown, 2 hash browns. I skipped the tomatoes and the beans. Ronan had the beans. You're back to B license. So he got out and he boxed himself in. I wouldn't have taken the position unless he was trying to get past me there. I wouldn't have taken that position.
Yeah. You see him lose the back there, can you?
Yeah. Breakfast sucks. You hate breakfast food. Oh, Katie, we can fall out very quickly.
I think, where's the ban hammer? Anyone's got a ban hammer?
We used to have somebody who came here. Her name was Katie. Her name was Katie. She came here and she said she doesn't like 2 sausages, 2 bacon, 2 eggs, fried bread. That has to be. It has to be even like exactly. It has to be rage bait. That has to be rage bait. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken
best meal of the day.
I wouldn't have taken his line. That's instant box you in, right?
Yeah.
I would have stayed behind me.
The thing is, he's got the momentum, and he was hoping he could get around you and cut back in front.
That's seriously ambitious, though, right?
Yeah. But that's what it looks like he was trying to do, because otherwise, like you say, he's boxing himself on the outside, which means he's going to get squeezed to the gravel.
That was the only incident in the whole race as well.
Nice.
We'll save that. Yes, quit and save. Right, let's go find another race. The thing I like about iRacing is you can schedule races. Today is Ask Me Anything Day. Wednesday morning is always Ask Me Anything about sim racing. I'm going to be doing some shorts later on, but one of the questions I'd like to know is
Charlie0481 says, "Do I tested?"
DJ Defcat's here. Hello, DJ Defcat. DJ Defcat doesn't know it, but he's going into the vets tomorrow. He's having some dental surgery. I'm a bit worried about it, if I'm honest with you, because he's
Good job he's deaf,
he's in
otherwise
his
he'd be
elbows.
running away.
Cat cam. We could do a cat cam. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can fire a cat cam. We could do an ad hoc cat cam. Hang on a second. I'll get you an ad hoc cat cam.
Charlie's just come up with a good. Do I tested? It's a 3 safety car test.
We don't want bum cam. Let's see if we can get cat cam up. Hang on a second. We don't want bum cam. Where's cat cam? Where is he? Where is he? Not around there. He's gone.
Camera shy.
Has he gone in there? No. He's gone. He's gone again. Gone again.
I do love a good typo.
Morning, Jerry. How's it going? Hope you're well, my friend.
Yeah, Charlie's just suggested doing I tested. Kev.
What's I tested?
It's the testing the 3 safety cars for the start of multi-class racing. We found a bug last night.
says it's Brill.
No, not CatCam. I tested. What time does it start? Endurotech has a question. He wants to know, how do I stay calm during a race and not lose my temper? He says, question for you. How do you stay patient and calm during a racing? It's very simple, because I'll show you what happens.
Charlie0481 says it's on the 30.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, we got to be quick then. Hang on a second. It's on the 30. Let's just get let's get into this then. I tested. Can't see it.
Your safety rating is at risk, but your I rating is not in this session. There will be
Watkins Glen. Oh, we're having a go at that. Watkins Glen. And what are we in? We're in Cup cars, GT3s. It's IMSA, is it? Let's just get into the LMP2.
Yeah. We found a bug yesterday in the bottom split. There were no LMP2s. No hypercars and no LMP2s. It was just GT3s. So there was only one safety car. So everybody was stuck in the pit, waiting for the pit lane starts. Couldn't start because only one safety car passed.
My stream overlay for chat is either not running or working. My stream overlay appears to be working for me on the Red and the Dinosaur channel. The stream overlay for the TikTok doesn't work. They don't have an integration into multi-streams. They don't play fair. So one of the things we're doing in August is we're dropping one of the channels for a month just to see how things are. And we will be sticking with 2 channels. I can't tell you which one we're dropping because the algorithms doesn't like it, but I'll let you guess. The one that I have to sell OBD2 diagnostic tools. Right, let's join that. So Endurotech was asking, how do I keep my cool? That was his question. How do you stay patient and calm during iRacing? What happens is when I come offline, let me just open this up. Hang on a second. When I come offline, I tend to be a bit like, oh, that's gone. Hang on a second. All the background noises. I tend to be a bit like this. You ready? And then I come on stream and I'm just like, hi, how are you? Hope you're well. Some of you won't be old enough to remember Yosemite Sam. Yosemite Sam on Looney Tunes, and I think he was minding a baby and he couldn't scream, and Sylvester was putting him in pain, or Bugs was putting him in pain, and he went out to the mail bin and he just shouted in the mail bin, yeah. I think I do have, no, I don't have a swear button anymore, but yeah, that's kind of where I am. You know, it's just kind of like, you know, my wife comes home and she's like, "Hi, darling, how are you?" And I'm like,
Beep, 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 beep.
"Oh, Acurst Racing, thanks very much for following. I do appreciate it." All right, let's give this.
New
This is
fastest lap for
Watkins Glen.
Jonathan, 139.88.
And the other thing is to remain calm when you're driving. It doesn't help you if you retaliate against somebody and you take both of you out,
You've lost.
then you've lost. You know, if somebody takes you out and you recover as best you can and just forget about it, it's done. You can't do anything about it. It's happened. Your damage is there. Your lost time is still lost. And getting angry about it won't make you faster. It won't bring your time back, and it won't bring your iRating and your safety rating back. So you just got to keep composed. And if you need to go and kick something afterwards, then get up out of your sim and go and kick something.
Acurst Racing, thanks very much for moving across from one channel to the other. I'm not allowed to say where, but I really appreciate you moving across.
Charlie0481 says, I have learned that the hard way.
My F4 Journey says, the last hotel I went to, it had a full F1 cockpit, like a sit-in one, which looks out like an F1 race car. They're great. They're great for a one-time 5 minutes. Oh, you weren't in Zurich, were you? Because there's a sim room next to the is it the Marriott at Zurich Airport? I used to stay there when I worked in Zurich. You feel like your wee nephew would enjoy this? It'll make him aware of your streams at some point. Yeah, please do. Yes, I'm glad. Acurst Racing, I am very glad that you've joined across. We will be broadcasting on 2 channels only for the month of August, just to see what the impact is. It's a little bit of a scientific test. I just feel one of the channels is just becoming very, very, very commercial. And I think we need to focus on creating offline content as well as online content. We are not going to be around next Wednesday. Because we're doing a dry run for a podcast. So the podcasts are definitely coming back. You will meet a friend of mine who's helping me with he's already done 90 audio podcasts himself as Tacona, and he will continue to do them, but we're adding video to his, and he's helping mine. He's helping helping me in the background on mine. We're lining up people as well. Yep, podcasts are definitely, it'll be a video podcast, so we'll do video and audio. And we're hoping to be able to go see some manufacturers, go see some people in motorsport, and just generally kind of blend that sim racing motorsport type of thing. We're not looking to do the news. We're not looking to promote product. We're looking to...
Charlie0481 says, can I get a podcast as I am your no one Sony fan?
You're my number one Sony fan. We exclude Sony photographers from all podcast content. Actually, to be fair, Lewis is a Sony user as well. It's like everybody has a flaw, right? And Lewis has a Sony A7 IV or something, or an A7, an A7 1XV3 QB XG ZO version 2, or whatever that is. Canon all the way. See, Ake has got it. The A7 Alpha, an A7 Alphabet. Hey, Barry, how's it going? Hope you're well. When I see Barry, I just want to say, get back in the car, Barry. Now, Ab, hope you're well. How much iRacing do I have? It goes up and down all the time. These are good questions. It goes up down all the time, Zaki Ibrahim. At the moment, it's 2.3. Yesterday, it was 2.5. Last week was 2.8. The week before that, it was 2. So it kind of goes up and down all the time because I'm streaming. R5 Mark 1's a great camera. Ronan Hederman's just got an R5 as well. I hear good things about them. I hear good things about the R5s. We're rocking some Canons here. These are Canons. Do I play a Seto as well? Well, first of all, we don't play, we race. Well, that'll have you know. You don't play iRacing. Well, when you're paying for it, you don't tell your wife you're playing it. This is a simulation tool. We race. No, I don't. Do you race a Seto?
Charlie0481 says it's a simulator.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you race a Seto, Barry? And is it Assetto Corsa or Assetto Corsa Competizione? Hey, Veloce, hope you're well. Right, what are we doing here? This is a so this is it won't affect your I rating, it will affect your safety rating. Is that what you said? Hey Turbo. Let's get the sponsors up. Hang on a second.
Yeah, that's correct. Safety ratings on the line, but no I rating.
You're new to Assetto Corsa. Any tips? Assetto Corsa is great. Are you on console or are you on PC? The old girl. I do like this LMP2.
I love it.
Pit lane speed limit is
Just fix her open.
64 kilometers per hour.
I think it's open. I didn't take part because we didn't know that it was
PC is fixed.
PC with a controller.
Any
Content
tips?
manager.
Get yourself a second G29, second-hand G29. Thank me later.
Yep.
We've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
Charlie0481 says, how do you get the camera in the center?
How do I get the camera in the center? Which camera? Come on, you're a Sony user. You should know this.
You go into replay, adjust the camera, and then save to this car.
I'll show you afterwards, Charlie.
The most important thing of that is to save to this car, because otherwise you'll have to do it every time you get
Yes,
in
you
it.
will.
In the car, yeah, after the replay. So jump in the car, drive to the edge of the pit lane, and then move the middle, is it the Y? Move the Y 2 clicks to the right. You work it out anyway, but it's 2 clicks and that'll give you center line to the steering
And then
wheel.
save as car cam.
Save as car cam, yeah, save to this car. And you never have to do it again.
Or buy a Canon. I'll do it all mine.
You're welcome, Charlie. Ignore Kevin. Well, the way things are going in work, I'm glad they didn't charge me for all the concrete I brought up. That's my trousers.
Shame, I have a garage floor that he's doing.
I've almost got enough to do it. That's my knees.
Charlie0481 says, or buy a Sony and be the best.
Why is Sony would be the best?
We'll tell you the truth about Santa in a minute as well. Wow, that's rough. Tell you something, there's a lot more grip in this session than there is in the Cup Car session. It's like a grease pan. No, Ethan. Come on, it's got Cosworth written on the top.
The leader has just done a 138.47.
We won't be near 138, that's for sure. Is it my first time in this track? No. You'd think it was though, right?
Okay, Billy, we need to watch these track limits.
The default setups are quite good to begin with, eh? You should come join us tomorrow night in Thursday night. Free car, free track. Well, Ferrari doesn't say Cosworth on the top of its.
MX5 for second round nerves.
Do any of the, I was just thinking that, do any of the hypercars have a Cosworth steering wheel? Because the Aston Martin has the Cosworth V12, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But the easiest way to work out an LMP2 is the shape of the windscreen.
Yeah.
You see that curve and then that weird cut into a fake 90. And the Cosworth steering wheel gives it away a little.
We start at 8 p.m. It's 15 minutes free practice, 15 minutes qualifying, 30-minute race. And then we usually, that's a free car, free track. And then the second race, we normally do we'll do a paid car and a paid track, or we'll mix it up.
Charlie 0481 says, and the gorgeous engine noises.
Which are going, they're going to V6 hybrid. So we'll lose the Gibson V8.
I'll be back in a minute.
We will lose the Gibson V8. You can run insanely wide in some races, Jossie, not in all of them. You're never able to run insanely wide in a Cup car or in GT3 or LMP2. You could always do it in the GR86s and the NASCARs. Hey, Keenan, hope you're well. All right, let's see if that's working. Hang on a second. There we go. Hey, Matthias, hope you're well. Well, like we're usually racing on a Thursday. We also have a Thursday night league that will start again soon. That will start at 9 p.m. local time, and then we'll have a Sunday night. The Porsche Cup League is coming back on Sunday nights as well. We need to set some tracks and do some courses for that, which I expect we'll do in the next week, and then we'll announce the new league starting up. Thank you for the gifts. I do appreciate it. Doxy is in the house. He says, Acres, just drive the Mazda. Yeah. Hey, Doxy, hope you're well.
That's the end of the session. E9.
All right, let's see what this is like. When does this end? This is on the half. On the half. America. I tested. Right, let's see where I tested is. Does it finish? For the league, it'll be GR86s and it'll be Porsche Cup. There's two leagues, GR86s and Porsche Cup. 12:30. No, the whole point of free car, free track is that it's free car, free track. The first race will always be a free car, free track, so you can just come race.
The field strength for our class is
Here we go.
2,200. All right, Billy, we'll be in the mid-pack here. We're expecting you to finish in position 8. The track temp is 43 Celsius. The air temp is 27. This is a rolling start. Follow car number 30 in the right column.
They're testing out the multi safety cars in this, I think.
Yeah, that's correct. And it's a good idea to test it because, like I said earlier, we found the bug in the bottom split because they were expecting 3 safety cars to come through. There was only one because there's only PT3s in bottom splits. So all the people who elected to start from the pit lane didn't get safety car through the pit lane to trigger their release. So 5 laps in, there were still 8 cars stuck in the pit lane, unable to move.
Hey, are we Creed? Well,
Well, there's the whole point of these tests. So it failed successfully.
Towards SR, not IR. Well, you know, it is just a testing for the safety cars more than anything else. Good morning, John. Hope you're well.
To catch up to car number 30. Green. There's an incident in turn 2.
Car left. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Here we go.
Incident in turn 4.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Yellow flag.
Car right. Clear right.
Well done, Billy. Good start.
Hey,
Car in front is Stefan, B license, and their rating is
John Photography
1.9.
says that was a close one long.
Harris.
Oh, it was
car
close.
number 1
We
is
had
leading the
acres. Fit a
race.
bus through there.
There's an incident in Heel. The guy in front is Walters, C license, and their rating is 1.3.
Fit a bus through there. We'll have a look back at that.
There's an
Because while I'm
incident
sure
in turn
the
1.
guy's eyes were blue, I'm also sure I saw the whites in them.
P6. Okay, Billy, you reel in P5. The gap is now 0.22.
Left side. Clear left. On your left. Clear left.
Come on, let's go. Ains Galactic.
There's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
Dominic?
Fortunate. Make them
Or is
do
it
the
demonic? This is iRacing, Henry. I don't think LMU has Watkins Glen.
On your left. Clear left.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track and keep
Yes,
it
Jim.
between the white lines. All right, Billy. The next car is Stefan, B license. Their rating is 1.9. P5. Pit window open. Complete a pit for fuel by lap 60. We have no recorded pit timings. Don't expect reliable fuel estimates. incident points.
Happy for you to walk me through your logic there, mate.
Okay, Billy, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Ease up, Sam.
Incident in heel, it looks like Walters and Lowe's now. Track limits, watch those lines. You have 6 incident points. There's an incident in. Yep.
Left side. Clear left.
I think you were supposed to drive past or around people when overtaking, not through them.
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
Defend your position, don't let him through.
Time.
Far left. Clear left. On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
That's 20 minutes to go.
John Photography says guy behind is coolest
Coming up on a slower
LMAO.
class car.
Got 3.4k iRating.
John Photography says and no idea how to overtake Hama.
Car right. Clear right. Car left. Clear left. Right side. Clear right.
He's no idea to overtake, does he? I'm surprised. I think he's driving
Billy,
somebody else's
don't let
account.
this guy distract you. E5. Slower class car ahead.
John Photography says like why is he conceding room early into bus stop? He might as well not attempt to
On your
move
left.
wall.
Hold your line. Clear left. On your left. Clear left.
Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. You have 7 incident points.
He should qualify better, yeah.
There's a car exits in the pits. Heads up.
I admit I'm not the fastest around this track in this car. But his racing lines are
Ignore him,
horrible.
Go away. You've used half your fuel. Track temperature is increasing. It's now 45 Celsius. You're coming up on a slower car. The gap to Stefan ahead is now 0.7. 15 minutes left. All right, Billy. Come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits. Apexes and exit.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
There's a car rejoining in front.
Kev? Hey, John.
You're halfway home. We think about 7 laps of fuel left.
Welcome to join us in the voice chat, Kev. Probably has learned out of F1 yet. This is a testing server on iRacing. So it's a multi-class testing server called iTesting. Hey, Rick Fox. And I'll drive better if I don't focus so much on the chat. This isn't LMU, this is iRacing.
Right, I'm back now, keep an eye on the chat. So you can concentrate on driving.
I've never tried LMU because I've never needed to try LMU if I'm honest with you, Flying Laptop.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
Nice pass.
It's worrying that people can't tell LMU from iRacing. I've never seen LMU to, like, never seen it. What do you like about prototype driving on LMU over iRacing?
To say LMU does look visually stunning on a high-end computer.
Is it?
Coming up on a slower class car.
When it first launched last year, and people were running it on their 5080s and their 5090s, I thought I was being told by people overlaying real footage.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I couldn't believe how amazing it
Just
looked.
keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Apparently the force feedback's a lot harder, not necessarily better, but it's harder on LMU.
On your right.
How we doing?
Oh, who let him
Still
in?
there.
You're doing all right.
I think I left the door unlocked,
Still
sorry.
there. Clear right.
Yeah, I know. You let the dog out as well.
Can't lock it now.
Hey, Hugh, hope
Can
well.
you release it behind you, Kev?
P4.
Can you just read out what
I'll
Hugh
lock
said?
it behind me.
Car left.
So what are we testing? Is it the multi
Still there.
race cars?
Yeah, multi-page card.
Still there.
I missed it. I was on a call.
Line.
Is it working?
It is
Hold your line.
sort of. The test is successfully
Hold your
failed
line.
yesterday
Clear
in bottom split because there was only GT3s, so there was no need for 3 safety cars. So the people that wanted to start from the pit lane for safety reasons weren't allowed to release from the pits because the second and third page car didn't enter the pit lane. So
LMU force feedback feels numb. So LMU was always going to be a subscription service. That's the thing I don't think people understood.
10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes. The
Hey, Cam.
P4 ahead is increasing. It's now 0.8.
classic free trial behaviour. Here it is for free until it gets popular. But we worked it out when we did Maastricht, wasn't it? If you buy LMU for €40, you buy all of the DLC, and then you've got to pay £69 a year for the pit pass to be able to use everything.
Yeah. Just read out Hugh 52's comment there.
Behind is
Can't read it all.
You
You've got about 4 laps
iRacing and LMU are not as far away as you might
Slower
think.
class car ahead. Okay, Billy.
He's not using LMU with the new Joker cards, just becoming a subscription service like iRacing, like the previous one. I personally think, I have never driven LMU, but just from visuals and from people I know who stream it, they're both very similar, but LMU is very narrow in its band of cars and tracks, because you only got really 3 classes of cars in LMU. And you've only got the World Endurance Championship tracks. I know they're trying to bring some more on board, but iRacing ships with
Hold your line.
31 free cars and 29 free
Clear
tracks.
left.
I think that's going to be their downfall or their limitation is they'll never get into a NASCAR market or a truck market for America. They'll be a niche product rather than a broad span product, rather than a wide product.
Yeah.
Now, I don't race NASCAR, as you know. I have a NASCAR car, but I don't race it. But yeah, I think it's...
I've done 340 oval races in my 1 year on iRacing. It's been more than a year now.
I think when you have one throat to choke in regards to your subscription, you get so much wide spectrum of it.
Okay, Billy, there's a car exiting.
Yeah.
Heads up.
I mean, there's always something different to do. If you have 4 different licenses, 4 or 5 different licenses.
3 laps of fuel left.
2 oval,
On
2
your
roll.
right. Clear right.
Yeah, you got your 5 licenses. You know, you can have a throwaway license of your rallycross license and just go have some fun. And if you come last and you lose 50 or anything, it doesn't matter because it don't affect your Sport Cup license.
iRacing is gradually getting a graphics overhaul. Yes, I've seen the graphics increase over the last 2 years, John. And the other thing as well is iRacing, when you up your graphics card, iRacing really ups its ante. I look at people's content now.
The gap to E4.
Even on a 3090, I can see a massive difference over people on base model 40 series or 50 series cards. As in, the 3090 tends to be beating them.
I don't know whether LMU has VR support either.
I don't think it has yet.
And I'm not sure if you can race against Max Verstappen on LMU.
No.
Only 2 laps of fuel left.
Or do the Nürburgring 24R. Or the Sebring 12R. Or the Daytona 24R.
No, it will have the Sebring 12-hour.
Will it?
Yeah, it will, because it's on the
Right side.
same weekend. IMSA does their 12-hour, and WEC does their 1,000 kilometers on the same weekend.
But they don't have an IMSA license.
No, but it's on the WEC calendar as well. IMSA and WEC share the Sebring weekend,
They do, yes.
so it should be on there. It'll be the 10 rounds that they use for WEC, plus a couple of other tracks.
LMU does have VR support apparently, but it's
chances
Stoke.
here. Let's make sure we can take them. Okay, Billy, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
I have to say iRacing is pretty good,
The leader,
especially with
Harris,
the
is pitting.
foveated rendering. Basically means it only does a small part of the screen where you're normally looking in full res, and everything else is slightly lower res, which improves performance.
Cassino is pitting from P2. Expect him to
And if
come
you've got a
out.
headset like mine, where it will report to iRacing where you're looking, it moves that high res bit around.
Fancy. Someone's doing well.
Fancy.
And Ryan just said IMSA have done a deal to allow LMU to use them.
I think Ryan is confused. I think Ryan has seen that they have announced tracks,
Speed limit is
but they haven't got the
64
IMSA license.
kilometers per hour. When we exit the pits, we'll be in P8,
I haven't seen
a few
them yet,
seconds
so
ahead of John.
can't comment.
I'd like you to find me the press release that says that they've done the deal, because I think you're confusing the tracks they're releasing, which are IMSA tracks, but it's not an IMSA license. I don't wish to be pedantic about it, but
71%. Left rear, 88. Walters behind.
So they
is
got
pitting
some
now.
tracks released, but not carte blanche from the IMSA series.
There's traffic behind. Take care, rejoining. There's a faster car approaching. Driver behind has got a rep. Take care. Slower class car ahead. Blue flag.
Have you deliberately switched your camera later?
Clear left.
have I deliberately switched my...
camera
Which
layout.
camera?
Lovely
No.
big picture of your head.
Did it on its own.
There's an incident here, turn 1. Looks like it's Walters.
There we go.
Left side. Hold your
And
line.
again.
Clear left.
Did you check your fuel level before this started, Kev?
Yeah, I ran out of fuel, went in, took too much fuel on. I thought it was on auto and it wasn't.
Welcome back, Katie.
Yeah, I think people are seeing the Daytona track and the Sebring track and thinking that it's got IMSA. I have not seen an announcement about them having the IMSA license.
The gap behind is now 3.0. Close now. Ahead is pitting.
Sorry, not Sebring, Laguna Seca. I think they're just track licensing deals.
Incident in turn 1. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Alright, Billy. The next car is catching up and their rating is...
Meaning it doesn't have the
2.9.
IMSA license.
If they had the IMSA license, they could probably use all of the tracks in the
Yeah.
series. But
Yeah.
IMSA have just said you can have these 2 tracks or
No,
whatever.
they've done a separate deal with Laguna and they've done a deal with Daytona.
Slower class car
You gotta
ahead.
remember, IMSA doesn't own the scanning rights. Laguna and Daytona do.
On your left. Clear left.
So, for example, having the WEC license, they can run the 24-hour of Le Mans, the ACO license. They can license it on the sim as Le Mans 24. iRacing can't run an official Le Mans 24 race.
Which is why we have the Majors 24, which
Yeah.
is a hosted paid session.
If you remember, about 3-4 years ago, Motorsport Games held the 24-hour of Daytona, and the servers crashed, and Max Verstappen was rage quitting and told
Was that Le
everybody
Mans,
to
wasn't it?
leave. No, that was Daytona 24. Pretty sure it's Daytona.
Yeah, I think you have problems with Le Mans as well, wouldn't it, when Rennsport had one. Yeah, because Le Mans he crashed out, and Daytona he crashed out, didn't he, at turn 2?
Slower class car ahead.
He told everyone to leave to
Driver's got a back reputation.
unsubscribe.
Fair fight.
Yeah.
The next car is
Yeah.
Fox, and their rating is 3.5.
That was Motorsport Games. Who owns LMU? Daytona came back to iRacing because of that instance. IndyCar came back to iRacing because of that instance. As Motorsport Games had the license for IndyCar as well. Who owns IndyCar and IMSA? NASCAR.
Left side. Still there. Clear left. All right.
Penske, isn't it? Or the Penske?
NASCAR.
Still there.
Who owns
Hold your
Daytona?
line.
No,
Clear right.
so who owns Indianapolis Motor
left.
Speedway?
No, the IndyCar series is owned by NASCAR,
Clear
right?
left.
Car number 33.
I
Just
thought it was owned by either Ganassi or Penske.
Well, as an ownership, it might well be, but what I mean as a federated
But
body.
yeah, the yeah, NASCAR licensed, yeah. Pretty sure, because Penske owns the circuit and the
Everything.
series.
Yeah,
Everything.
and
Yeah.
Sittner. No, the Sittner Group.
Does he?
Left
I didn't
side.
know that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Still there. Clear left.
He's worth tens of billions.
5. That's the finish. Solid result. Well done, mate.
He owned Porsche Motorsport for the most part as well. Porsche Motorsport America is Penske. So I think the issue, Ryan, with LMU signing a deal with IMSA and doing the Daytona 24-hour is it left such a bitter taste. I'm led to believe it left such a bitter taste that's why Motorsport Games lost the IndyCar and the Daytona 24-hour races in sim racing. You got to remember the Daytona 24-hour, I think, is the biggest online 24-hour race, bigger than Le Mans. Really and truly, like there's probably more users online now on iRacing at 9,958 users than the maximum amount that Le Mans Unlimited has had. But
Whenever
then
we've
adding
done these checks, it's usually 30% of iRacing is the
Yeah.
LMU numbers
yeah,
when you check on Steam.
what's stopping them throwing one up? They can't officially call it the Daytona 24-hour, just like we can't. We don't have an LMU 24-hour. We have, I think, the majors is the 24 hours of Circuit de la Sarthe.
Yeah,
It's not a licensed product per se. It's not the Le Mans 24-hour. It doesn't run
it's
the
just
Le Mans 24-hour branding.
it's just the majors 24. That's all it's called.
There you go. How long have we been racing on this? On iRacing since 2017.
The wrong answer, Kev. You should have said since about 10:30.
True.
People say, "Oh, how long you been here?" I go, "Ooh, since about
Yeah,
6 o'clock
just
this morning."
Just walked in the door. Yeah.
Oh, what happened to Kevin? What happened then? What the? Oh, they turned my camera on.
Am I still here?
No, I'm still here. I just pressed my phone with my elbow.
M2 Okiyam pickups. Where are we? We're 12:20. What's the worldwide technical thingy? I don't have
Worldwide
that track.
technology.
Yeah.
Is that a race? The raceway, or is that a track?
Yeah, it's a track. So you don't have to pay monthly for gameplay, Ryan. This is the thing. You do not have to pay monthly for gameplay. Paying monthly for gameplay is the dearest way to buy iRacing. You don't have to buy it monthly. It's $100 a year. You're not the fact that you're not paying monthly for LMU doesn't mean that you're not paying the same amount. We sat there, like we all sat down one night in Maastricht and worked it out. If you match it up like for like, apples for apples, to use the phrase, you're paying pretty much the same money for LMU as you are for iRacing. But I kind of think that the money thing, and this is one of the videos I want to do, I kind of think that the money thing is a yeah, but like that's an introductory price, right? You will be paying more. You're not getting the same service as you're getting in iRacing for 46 pounds in LMU, because you're not getting the subscription pack.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good. Yeah, you're not weighing up the same things. That's why it's cheaper. And the thing that you kind of have to remember with iRacing is a managed service. Yeah. But you don't own the packs.
Charlie0481 says, "Are you doing another one?"
Yes, you don't own the packs in LMU. If you read the license, you don't own the packs. You have no ownership over those packs. I don't know what you're referring to as an option.
If you compare all the MMORPGs out there,
Yep.
this is old school RuneScape. What is that to them?
That one above this. Don't need the subscription pack if you own the packs. Yes, but you don't own the packs. That's the point I'm making. And you own you've purchased all the current packs, and they will sell you more packs. They will sell you the license for Laguna Seca. They will sell you the license for Daytona because they are not covering the license cost that Laguna Seca is charging them to give you that for nothing. Promise you. That won't be happening. Room Scraper was a banger. 15 quid again. So now we're adding it up. Now we're up to £70. See where this is going?
Well, if that's the case, you don't know what I've spent on content in the last month.
But the other thing I kind of get is the other thing I really struggle with is we're talking about the difference between $100 and, well, 60 quid is nearly $100. We're talking the difference between £100, say, and £60. How much is your rig?
I can't tell because my missus might be listening.
Yeah. You know, how much is a pint where you are in the country? How much is a pack of cigarettes? Scary money. How much is, it's all relative. The licensing model for iRacing is old. The licensing model for LMU is new. The money accrued by both of them is the same. You don't have to buy cars and tracks. You could stay within a 12-week season. You could buy a season and stay within 12. Like I've been very open. We opened my bank account one day. We went back to 2018, and the total expenditure I have on iRacing in my bank account is £1,600. That's about $2,000. It's not even $2,000 in 8 years. Motorsport is dearer, smoking's dearer, drinking's dearer, dining out is dearer. I bought lunch yesterday, it cost me 40 quid. Bought lunch for me and Ronan, 40 quid. Can't use that again.
So I'm a couple weeks into my second season.
Yeah.
And I've probably spent close to 600.
Have you?
Yeah, like literally half what you spent in your first thingy, I've done in.
But let's be honest. You can go and you can buy a race suit for going motorsport racing, and then you can buy a second suit for the afternoon race, so you don't have to wear the wetsuit the second time. You can buy 2 sets of fire overalls, 3 sets of gloves, and 4 sets of boots. It's not necessary though.
Won't name names. If you go out in a Formula car or any race car around a circuit of any means, but especially an open wheeled car, do you not think you should be in a fire suit, in a race suit?
Do not think, or do I not think?
Do you think? Like, do you know what I mean? Would you think you should be wearing one?
Well, if you compete, if you're in a competition weekend in the UK, right? Motorsport UK require all governing bodies, so the BARC, the BRSCC, and any other BTCC, and any other organization who's running a day on it. You are required for your helmet, your hands, your gloves, and your fireproofs and your underwear. They don't want to see they don't want to inspect your underwear. But you're required to have fireproof underwear, gloves, helmet, hands, and suit. And you pay £15 if it is what it was the last time I did it. You pay £15 to have a sticker put on your helmet. You cannot go out on a track.
And these are race drivers with an ADAC license. These aren't just the general public.
Is this in the UK or is this in Germany?
This is the UK.
You can't race.
I could not believe what I was seeing. Yeah, okay. I'll show you photos. Fucking insane. Excuse my language. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we're doing Road Atlanta. It was a test day, perhaps. Well, no, not even if it was a test day. But if it was a test day, there's no inspection. But if it was a race day, I find it incredulous. I don't understand how somebody could. You can't go out. You can't race. You can't race in the UK without a.
It was an experience day thing.
Right, so it's not a race day. An experience day doesn't require. You're not required any fireproofs. You're required a helmet.
It's stupid.
It is. It's totally stupid. You're required a helmet. That's all that's required for experience days or for track days. There's no requirement for gloves, fireproofs, or suits.
five Formula cars. With
Yeah.
people
Well,
with no experience
But it's an experience.
without a race suit.
The first experience I ever did was in a Formula Ford in Brands Hatch, and it was jeans and a long T-shirt, and they gave you a disposable balaclava and a helmet. That was it. That's experience days.
Yeah, not a chance.
I
Even
agree.
go-karting, they make you wear a...
Yeah.
Do you know why they make you wear it in go-karting?
Get thrown out the car.
No, because the engine isn't covered. That's why. Because the engine is open to the elements.
Burn your skin off. It's okay.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. But the experience days are not. There's no requirement for a track day or an experience day to have safety equipment or fireproofs. There are some countries.
The cost of giving everyone fireproofs is obviously more than the extra premiums that they pay on an insurance for not having everyone in fire suits.
It's not like the FIA or Motorsport UK don't regulate it. It's not a regulated event.
Yeah, it's just they're down to their own insurance, isn't it, and the circuit owner. So the cost to provide, because how do you know what size people are? You know, overalls to fit me and you would drown my missus and your missus.
Chris Knox has just joined the chat, and he makes a very valid point. When test driving any performance car, particularly at a dealer, or when attending Porsche Experience Center at Silverstone, or in America, the case of Atlanta, particularly when it's a road car, it's required by poser law that you turn up in your Billy race boots with your Billy race gloves and your Billy helmet and your Billy hands device so that you can test your 911 Carrera 2S. And then it's usual. It's not required, but it's usual to have some, and I will use the language, bullshit story that you're thinking about getting into motorsport because you were approached in the paddock the last track day by a Formula One scout who said you're
says I would
absolutely
happily
amazing.
and proudly wear Billy gear.
Billy gear is coming. Billy boots are coming. Billy gloves are coming. But yeah, it is required that when turning up at the dealership to take a test drive, you bring your helmet and your hands device. Even if you don't wear it, you should put them on the passenger seat so that the salesperson knows you are a professional.
Charlie0481 says sim gloves.
We're working on sim gloves, but there's a couple of manufacturers I've spoken to that I'm not happy with the product. I don't want people spending £70 on sim gloves. I don't think it's worth it. I go through gloves like they're like a house on fire, but I don't think it's worth spending £70.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 27.
Good morning,
Celsius.
Mr. Knox. Hope you're well. Is this fixed? It is fixed, yeah. Yes, when buying a 911 Turbo S, it is mandatory to have a helmet. Usually, at a bare minimum, it must be vinyled, preferably a custom spray job that nearly costs as much as the helmet. And if you're in the 911 Turbo or Turbo S brigade, you must have a carbon GT3 spec helmet that's massively over-spec'd, just so you can go test drive your new road car.
Charlie0481 says look behind you in sim.
You've completely lost me on this one.
I've been to Porsche Experience Days where people have turned up with their race suit and their gloves and their helmet to test drive a turbo.
Bloke clearly had intentions.
No, they think that because they're buying a 911 Turbo road car and they're being driven around by a Billy race driver like Chris Knox, who's on a contract at Porsche. You did Billy race driver for Mercedes, didn't you? Didn't you do the Porsche Experience Center Billy race car driver? I'm a professional race car driver. Yeah, I've seen like literally punters turn up with helmets and race suits and race boots. At the bare minimum, I've seen them turn up with boots, brand new, never touched, shiny, clean. You know, 8870 lid compliant, ballistics grade lid. Yeah, to test drive their road car. I see you.
Yeah, but I'm also that lad when I go karting, I take my own gloves, I take my own helmet, I take my own boots because I have them.
Yeah, I do that when I
From
go
when I used
karting
to-
as well. I don't want to be putting my head in some sweaty helmet that some helmet's been wearing.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
I get it, but like road testing the car or track
Road
testing
test in the car? No, there's literally no need for it at all. If you're doing a track day in a track car with a cage and a custom seat that allows you the headspace to put a helmet on, Kevin will know and Chris will know exactly where I'm coming from there. If you're over 6 foot tall and you wear a helmet in a road car, there's nowhere for your head to go.
Yeah. Casey,
Anyone who's seen Top Gear?
How many sets of gloves have I been through since 2017? In the last 2.5 years, I used, so there's a link in my bio, a useful link in my, sorry, not my bio, my Discord, there's useful links. And in there is the gloves that I like, which are these, which are like £7, £8, but they last about, I think I've got about a half a dozen, maybe a dozen pairs of these, and the fingers go in them. And for £7, it's just not worth stitching them together. It's just, they go sweaty, they go horrible, get rid of them. These are far more expensive. They're a better quality and they've survived very well, but the hand grips haven't lasted.
Mine never broke, my yellow ones. My fingers poked through.
No thanks.
When you're getting racing gloves, make sure you get external stitching.
Yes.
Thank you later.
Yes.
That's the trouble with those Quafey ones, the Kevin just held up, the skeleton ones.
Yeah.
I'm, just for clarity, Kevin loves those. I don't like them. I tried them when I was doing mountain biking and I found a pair in work. I told Kevin the other day, found a pair in work and I'd put them on and I don't like the internal stitching. They pinch around my fingernails. But
£7.
Kevin likes them. Yeah, Kevin likes them.
Throw them in the bin
They're
afterwards.
worth trying. They're worth trying. I tried them and I did not like them.
Throw them in the bin afterwards. Do 6 months, 9 months out and throw them in the bin. Hey, Rena Racer. Rena Racer's in here. When is Rena Racer coming to iRacing? That's the question. Today is Ask Me Anything sim racing related. When is Rena Racing coming to iRacing? When's she gonna just, pony up? Ditch the console and come racing with us. Guys, if you don't already, you need to follow Rena Racing. It's blowing up. When I can get around the name system. What's the name system? What's the name system, really?
The fact that you've got to use your own credit cards. So here's the thing, sign up with your own name, and then if you've got any reason at all that you need to change your name, send iRacing an email before you do any races and say, for personal reasons, I would like to change my name or use a pseudonym or add an initial or whatever you like, and they will respond. So long as it's not against the terms of service, they'll grant you that change. All you need to do is email them.
Actually, just speaking about gloves, look what's just happened.
Split the finger.
Yeah.
Is it a middle finger?
Yeah.
Same as mine, next to your index finger.
It's more for your safety. Well, here's the thing, Rena. I'm happy to talk to you about protecting your identity online, offline, if you want. I'm happy to have a chat with you because I've done the same. I've had people try and send me pictures of my house, kind of weirdly. There are ways you can do that, and ultimately your name is searchable. Your name will be searchable on Facebook. Your identity will be searchable on Facebook, if you're on Facebook or some social media. And your network presence, and I won't go into the details how, but your network presence will be searchable. So if you do get weirdos, and trust me, men get weirdos just as much as women get weirdos, there are ways to protect yourself for it. I have protection in place, and I'm happy to share with you offline. You want to drop me a message, we can have a chat, and I'll share with you offline how most of us do it. It's not that hard. It isn't that hard at all. But to be fair, you probably have. So I like putting your name in. I don't think I don't think it should be an issue. I don't think many people in this race know I'm BillyOirish. My name is there, like it's there to see. You can see my name on the screen. But I don't think most people on this race know I'm BillyOirish. And I think most people who know me as BillyOirish know I'm Kevin anyway. So, yeah, Charlie does because he's flashing his lights at me while sitting behind me, sitting in front of me. You know what I mean? Like this is Rena. This is your average Sony camera owner. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's look at me, look at me, look at me. You know what I mean? So, Yeah, sitting
But
there
it's
revving
really
the engine
easy
and
to
stuff.
send iRacing an email, and
It is really
I,
easy, yeah.
I accidentally, I didn't realise that it took the name straight off my debit card. I thought I was going to fill out my name and details, and I signed up, and I was in. And I only wanted to do it as a burner account just to see if I liked it on a short term before committing full term. So when I did sign up for 2 years, I couldn't use my own name because I'd locked that account on a burner. So I had to email them to stop me being number 2 and just add the initial. But I've since found out that it's really easy. You just tell them for personal reasons that I don't want to divulge, I would like to change my name to this if it's not already in use. And they'll say, well, I've already done that for you. Anything else I can
With
help
the
you with?
UI updates, you don't even have to do that now. Just go onto
Don't
the
you?
UI and you could do it in the settings. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
The
That's
other
even
thing I will
easier.
say to you, Irina, is when you take, if you take any commercial advice in regards to marketing yourself as an online presence, the first thing people said to me, I went and I spoke to somebody who is far more successful at this than myself, and they turned around and said, I love the BillyOirish thing, but you need to call yourself your name. And I was like, what? And they're like, your name is your brand. Trying to hide behind, and I'm not trying to hide behind BillyOirish as a reason why I call myself Billy. Billy is an amateur in motorsport, Billy Bunter Punters, and everyone knows me as Irish Kev. So that's where and there's a little bit of a play on BillyOirish. That's where BillyOirish came from. But I know somebody, I have a friend of mine who's very much in the prominent media space, and his family has some criminal history. Nothing to do with him. His a family member was convicted of a crime, and he initially went to America, and the advice he was given, he was just blowing up, and the advice he was given was, oh, change your name by deed poll. And the more experienced people turned around and said, no, don't. Your name is your name, and if you hide it, people will take it a concerted effort to go find it. And by hiding behind it, it creates more curiosity. Now, I personally like the BillyOirish thing. You like the Arena Racer thing. As long as you're transparent with who you are behind that, I think you almost eradicate the need for people to go look. It's a bit like Neon. I don't know who the guy is because I'm not 12. Neon live streamed some wrestler with his mask off the other day, and the wrestler's known for not having an identity, and he got kicked out of the football or something because he's now divulged who the identity is. Like, really and truly, it should be, this is who I am, and this is my persona.
I also make Collins things for following.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not aware. I'm sure you're like, I don't think you're naive by any means, Rena. I think you're going to be very successful in doing what you're doing, if I'm honest with you. And I'm not blowing smoke at you, but clearly somebody hasn't had enough attention and needs to scroll through me. But yeah, like I say, it's no big thing. It's like number plates. I don't understand why people hide number plates. Olivia, how's it going? Hope you're well. Thanks very much for following. I do appreciate it. Thanks for sticking alive in.
Just paranoid like my stepdad, and they think everyone's going to clone your plate or blah, 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 blah.
They'll clone your plate anyway. Do you know what I mean? You hide your number plate. I don't see the point. They're publicly available.
Yeah.
I don't bother hiding mine.
Probably. I could understand if you weren't insured on something. If you're doing a track day and you'd no insurance and you wanted to hide it. But at the end of the day, if you were making it, like, so for example, in a track day, if you're making an insurance claim, the insurance company will just go to the track day and say, we need a divulgement of who was there. Simple as that. But yeah, each to their own, Rena. And it's not a bad thing you're doing. You're right to protect your location, your privacy, your family life. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Darren, thanks for sharing the video. But it would be great to have you here anyway. It'd be great to have you race with us. It would be great to have you race with us. Sorry, you were saying.
MK11
I wonder if
says
it's
I work
standard
under
practice in
Matt Kay, as no one can say
insurance
my last name,
companies that
as long as
if
you're authentic
there's
and transparent.
a crash within a certain vicinity of a circuit, that they contact the circuit and see if that car was on track that day.
I know of Nürburgring situations where photographers have been reached out to and asked for photographs of at the Nürburgring of cars. I know rental car companies who've done it. I know insurance car companies who've done it. I know people have had accidents on the way to the Nordschleife, in a village nearby Nürburgring in Adenau, where I know people have gone out and parked their car in a ditch, and insurance companies have done them for insurance fraud. Quite famously, there's been some very prominent ones that were done for insurance fraud for exactly that. How was your race the other day? It was cool.
Must set off for like an automatic trigger. It's got to, yeah.
There's no automatic trigger. It just depends on whether an investigator wants to look at it or not.
Well, you just put in a postcode, don't you? You have a look as part of your accident investigation. You're going to look at the top-down view of where the roads is. That's the first thing we do when one of our lorries is involved in an incident on the roads. You get up Google Maps, have a look to see where it is, see what the road was like, and as you're zooming in, you're going to see racetrack nearby.
It's really not hard. Hi, I had an accident in Northamptonshire, and I was travelling down the A43 to Northampton, and I had an accident. Right, yeah. What day was it? It was Tuesday. Right, okay. Who recovered you? AA. Fine. So that we can cover your bill, can you just give us a reference that you were given by AA, your paperwork? They ring AA and go, where'd you recover?
Front gates of Silverstone.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's very simple. Like the way people think car insurance are stupid. It's a bit like I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, DMO modified a BMW M4 that he had. And the finance company rang him up and said you got 48 hours to return the vehicle to stock, or you have to settle the bill because you want our product back. He didn't realize that his PCP contract, they owned the car. And he had to, I think somebody actually ended up paying off the finance for him. How, where, when, what, I don't know, but he was modifying a car that wasn't his. I know of
as far away as possible, John.
Hey, Sadie, I know of finance companies who've rang customers and said, is your vehicle on track at Silverstone? Because a lot of finance companies will put a tracker in the vehicle. If your car's on PCP, there's a high propensity that it has. If it's a performance vehicle and it's on PCP, there's a high propensity that it'll have a tracker installed.
Well, there's some of these dealers like Trade Centre Wales put trackers with immobilizers over the air. Immobilizers, no, they do. And if you miss a payment the next day, they immobilize the car.
Yeah.
So if you miss a payment, they don't do anything. They don't chase you. They just lock the car down and they don't move.
It's quite common on high performance cars for PCPs to have a tracker installed.
Well, you protected your asset, didn't you?
Yeah.
I fitted a tracker to my GTR back in the day because it brought the insurance down massively.
I won't go into the security of my vehicles, but if somebody wants to take my vehicle, they can lean into the glove box and there'll be £10 sitting in an envelope. And if they'd just like to drop into the local petrol station when they're finished and dispose of the £10 and anything else that they might possess in my possession, I'd be really grateful. I don't want it back. Why do I want it back?
Yeah. You haven't drove it like you stole it. You have stolen it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want it back.
So I had a moped stolen when I was younger, and police found it burnt out and everything. Had the cheek of me to call me and say, "Do you want to come collect your motorbike?" What? This burnt out pile of rubbish. Oh, what? I've got to come collect it. Yes, please. Are you serious? Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
I know people who've had performance cars and performance SUVs stolen, and the car's been given a Hoover, clean the backs and been sent back. And then the same car was stolen again, and the keys to their other car was stolen. And when they went to claim on the, they took their plasma out of the sitting room as well, and their PlayStation. And when they went to claim on the house insurance, the house insurance said, no, we're not covering you for the keys because the keys are covered under your car insurance. And when they rang the car insurance to have the keys recut and the locks changed on the car insurance went, you didn't lose the car wasn't stolen, this covers you for the car. It was a house insurance thing, and they ended up having to fork out $2,500 themselves because neither insurance company wanted to pay for it.
72 kilometers per hour. Okay, Billy, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Well, I had my bike stolen off the roof of my car, and my car insurance said they wouldn't cover it because it wasn't inside the car. Somebody told me to phone my house insurance, even though it happened 5 miles away from my house. My house insurance said, yes, we'll take that on, we'll pay you out, and we'll sue your car insurance company for not honouring what they're supposed to honour. I have no idea how they got on. They never come back to me. But our house insurance, they paid me out 1,500 quid.
I had photography insurance for my camera gear. And in 2012, I was robbed at the Nürburgring on the outside of the carousel. I have a photograph of the
iRacing 205 says good luck on quality. And
thanks,
careful, Digital Senior is in the same split and is on 1.4 safety.
I rang up my camera insurance. They said, where was it? And I displayed to them the Armco and said I was at one end of the Armco, which was about 8 feet from the other end of the Armco, and there was the camera on the ground. And they said, sorry, it's left unattended. We don't cover unattended items. I was like, I'm in a secure photographer's media-only area on a racetrack behind a high fence. They're like, yeah, sorry, we're not covering it. And an insurance broker who does car and home insurance, friend of mine, Jez turned around and said, phone your home insurance. And I was like, hang on a second, it's business insurance, it's business equipment. I was out there for work, I wasn't out there on a vacation or anything, so I can't say I was on holiday and somebody stole my camera. Not that I would, but you know, it's not right for me to do that. And he went, no, just phone your home insurance. They didn't cover the whole 14 grand that I'd lost, but my out of home's coverage at the time was £5,000. They covered that, and they waived the excess, and then they counter-claimed off the photo insurance company.
That's exactly what my house insurance did. They didn't cover the full cost of the replacement bike, but they give me the maximum amount that they could because the call handler I spoke to was so annoyed that my car insurance just batted me off and said,
Leaders just
definitely
17, we'll take 9.
Just
Morgan?
them up on the off chance, and they were like, we'll run with this, don't you worry about that. Good customer service like that means I think we're still using them for
I renewed that
12 years later. Yeah, still with them 12 years later, so they got another 10 years business out of us.
Road Atlanta in a GT3. Can you think of anything better?
13th place. You're currently 5.3 off the leader's pace.
Quite a lot of
You're a section off the
complications.
pace in sector 3.
Yeah, Nürburgring in LMP2.
1.16.
Oh, I like Road Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm finding out I'm not actually a fan of the GT3s.
Sector 1 is
Modern GT3s are... They're breaking into that point, they've got too much aero.
Gotta remember, it's a gentleman driver club, right?
Past this lap for
You make it too
Teo,
difficult,
17,
you don't have an
6-1.
audience. You don't have a customer base.
I got some things for following.
GCK24NEWME says, Ollie, I did open wheel on Sakura, and doing what you showed me helped 1000%.
Well, Optimal's 170, but that was a 120.
GCK24NEWME says, big thank you, buddy.
There you go. Big thank you to Ollie for helping him out with the open wheel.
Look, Gary.
Right. Yeah, last race of the morning.
What's up, Gary?
We don't play here. This is racing. We're here to race. This is play.
I do, check out.
Charlie0481 says, good luck, dude.
What do you think this is? Mario Kart?
GCK24NEWME
I'll do a bit of
says, I am
NASCAR.
good buddy.
Ignore him.
Could do with a few green shells sometimes in these races.
Definitely. Well, this is 20 minutes, isn't it? Right, okay, hang on a second.
Speaking of green
Hey.
shells, we have...
Euro
We have a new go-kart track opened up in the shopping centre in Cardiff that is a Mario Kart track. Can't remember which one it is, but it is a Mario Kart track, and they've got pickups and power-ups.
Nice. Have you tried it yet?
Yeah. No, it's only been open a week. But my back, I don't think my back's up for go-karting, but as soon as it is, I want to do that. And they've also got an 80-meter free-fall drop. I can't remember what they call them. Yeah, it's one of those spiral things, spins you up in the air like a helicopter, and then free-fall drop from 80 meters.
No thanks.
They're actually really safe. You used to do them like indoor rock climbing all the time. It's they're attached to a giant fan essentially. Naturally, the faster you get, the more resistance there is, and the slower you get. It's a really clever design.
Called Guy Pull.
I'm gonna do what Cud did and pull my back card.
Yeah. I do it.
Oh well, I wonder how this is going to go.
All right, Billy, it's a strong grid. We're expecting you to finish in at least P14. Cold tyres all round. Rolling start. Get ready. Follow car number 10 in the right lane.
Have you got Laguna, Kev?
Safety car speed is 77
Charlie
kilometers per hour.
0481 says good luck.
Have we got the new version?
We need to catch car number 10.
Because it's recently... It went last year from being free to paid for new users. And then it also rescanned it, and now it's paid for everyone now, isn't it?
The advanced Mazdas are there.
John Photography says Mr. Not Billy you sir are muted.
Lagoon's a great track. I don't know why I hear so many people hate it on the iRacing, so I don't get it.
Shouldn't we mute it now, John? Thanks for the heads up. Road classes do some cool things.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Gary. How are you doing, mate?
Oh, everybody.
Good, thanks.
Yeah, big thank you to Ollie. I stepped down from the GT3s, went to the... I did something different, got bored of it.
Blackhead.
And, the open wheels, definitely. Weight shifting, braking. You feel the car more. And everything you taught me, I started putting to practice when I was first in every race, so...
Happy days. Once you get into open wheel and things like that, you know how I was saying you want to get on your brake quickly and slowly come off in the GT3s. With the open wheels, you want to get off your brakes a lot quicker.
Catch up to car number 10.
You don't have to drag out your trail braking as well.
I was getting that lovely wall and then it knocking off nice and easy. But yeah.
Catch up to car number
I
10.
think I'm definitely going to put a bigger spring in.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, Billy. Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble. Let's go.
Look, up here. Oh.
Again, Mustang bar.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is this part of the grid, the Mustang Challenge, or what?
How did I know he was going to do that to everyone?
Turn 3. You think it might be south?
I actually think that fella's decent there.
The car in front of us is now Lutto. Their rating is 2.0.
line.
He's got nerves of steel, this
Clear
kid,
left.
bloke.
Your start's okay. We can build something from this.
You should have seen the 12 hour at the weekend.
Ooh, how'd you go?
P4. Split 2, P4 in the cup car. There was some
Amazing.
breathe-in moments. The two guys I was with, like, you're not going up the middle, are you? I was like, well, where else do you think I'm going? I ain't going around it, going through it.
Can't go round it, can't go over it, may as well go through it.
Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line.
Any of you guys doing the Laguna Seca this weekend?
Yeah, I'll do
I'm washing my hair that day.
In Florida.
Oh, what, the Mazdas are not into?
Oh, Ferrari.
I think it's GT3s this weekend.
How'd that work out for you?
On
Yeah,
Sunday.
it's not Mazdas. Global Endurance Tour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have LMP2, GT3s,
It's going to be a busy grid.
and GTPs. Well, the previous week in the GT3s and things like that, Interlagos was chaos. So I can't deny it. I can't imagine that an endurance race when you're checking LMPs or GTPs.
What sort of lap times do the LMPs do around there?
I don't know, I don't drive LMP.
We're doing this 131s.
If driving GT3s is like driving on the easy mode, then Jesus Christ, driving LMPs or GTPs is driving on the arcade.
Yeah, what track's this? I've seen it around before, but I'm not too sure.
Were you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm probably very quiet. I'll put you in my headphones.
This is Road Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I put in a lap time around the Road Atlanta last night in the Ferrari and nowhere near pace. Well off.
New fastest
Hard
lap
track.
for Mateo, 17.73.
And GTPs is still wildly inaccurate for the corner speeds.
E16, you've just done a 120.55. It's your best lap in this session.
Car right. Clear right. Left side.
Easy
Clear
start
left.
last braking in the corner.
Right side. Clear right.
Got damage.
Mustang's really hard to drive, isn't it? It's just quite often spin out.
Yeah, I love the style of the Porsche. Like, you can point it and it goes where you want it.
Well, that's pretty nice, from what the lads were saying.
Okay, Billy, 15 minutes left. That's 15
Had a moment
minutes.
stuff.
Apparently it's, if Ferrari had a baby with Mustang, that's basically what you're going. It's not got straight line speed, but it's planted in the corners.
Clear right.
New fastest lap for
I think the
Ferrari,
nicest driving
17.52.
GT3s are either not talking quickest, just saying nicest driving.
Guy
You'll
in front
either have
is
to be the
Luther.
McLaren
Their
or the
rating
Porsche.
is 2.0. B15, that was 120.37.
Yeah, I don't mind the Merc, but it's a bit of a boat.
Car right, clear right.
Just had a warning for cutting the track. You have 5 incident points. Come on, man, defend harder.
On your left. Clear left.
Give them the time right now. Just clear.
Good job, Kev. Keeping that together, because I would have shit the bed.
Wouldn't achieve then, though, would it?
Nah.
You're P12, well done, dude.
The car in front is Castro B license, and their rating is 1.8. Fastest lap for Mateo, 1:17.49.
Very good.
P18.
Sorry, I just thought of a joke in my head. Make myself right.
On your left, clear left.
Incident in turn 3. You think it might be Rudy? Right, the guy ahead of us is Sam, and their rating is 1.7.
It's a big curve.
Oh yeah, and you got to use it. Just not like that.
It's interesting how the car dynamics change. McLaren would ride that and sit, the Mercedes would ride that and sit planted, but Porsche is so light and bounces.
It's because you actually have to have your front suspension a lot stiffer in a Porsche because the weight transfer is greater because of those rear engine.
Right.
The gap behind is now 1.0.
Is that why it gets lighter in Eau Rouge?
That's your quickest today.
Yeah, no, that's a good car. That's Aero.
Ah.
This is the GT3. This is a big front splitter setup on a cup car.
Okay.
And the new one is so fast. Can't handle it.
They could take off some rear aero off the rear, but then these gentlemen drivers would complain. They can deal with understeer. But, yeah.
Well, it's a big setup across the series, isn't it?
Yeah, they can still balance it out, though.
Yeah. This is GT3 Americas, Teddy.
I reckon I'd agree. I prefer understeer than oversteer.
Okay, Billy.
Oh no, give me oversteer anyway.
Their rating is 2.0.
I like a car that understeers
well,
into a
I
corner.
made a
Do
decision.
that.
You have 9 incident
Well, at least
points.
it's at pit entry.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another off the pit
We'll
entry
need to
now.
come in for repairs. They've shown us the meatball flag. Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. We have no recorded pit timings.
Do you reckon that wheel's being held on by a tether?
Expect traffic on exit. On
I think
exit,
that
we
wheel
should
has
be
been
in
held on by
position
the top of the
15.
wheel arch.
The car in front of us is Alexander.
It's one of those heads or tails moments where it's both heads and you ask for tails.
We'll need to come into the pits.
Yeah. We're done anyway.
Ain't
Go
no
back and look at-
repairing
It
that.
was no, that's 40 minutes worth of repair. Oh no, it's not. It's only 10 minutes. It was one of
You've got
those that
3 laps to serve this penalty.
make a decision. Just pop the rose joint, hasn't it?
Yeah, right side looks good.
Yeah, it's just it's sitting in the.
Oh.
Right way to go, just timing on track.
Yeah, yeah, like.
Oh well.
He could have fired to the left. That's why I didn't go to the left. It was like I thought he was going to come around and move out to the left. You know what I mean? Dive to the right, you're moving away from him. He rolled back. It wasn't his fault. It was just a racing incident.
I don't think the shadow of the bridge helped either. Like at that point,
Look, it was just
where
it
he's
was yeah, it
rotating,
was, like back here, like you know what I mean. What are you going to do? You know?
yeah, like that vision there, you just can't see the car. You're like, we make a decision. Yeah.
Yes, I have had the issue with being stuck on credentials, John. Typically, you need to delete the car on the track that you're going to race.
17.33.
Go into cars and delete the car. Go into tracks and delete the track, and then exit iRacing. Oh, sorry, exit iRacing first, then delete them. Load up iRacing and go into the same thing again, and it will download the new track and the new car. It will just basically restore it. Yeah, like my decision here was he's facing to the left. He's probably going to try and pull out to the left. He's not going to stick it in reverse and roll back to the right. Now, as it happens, he wasn't. He was pirouetting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here, I still thought, yeah, we'll make it. Even if we go to nose cam, yeah, we'll put two wheels on the grass, but we'll make it. What I wasn't expecting was the start of the rollback under the ABS. Probably still could have made it. It was just making that adjustment at the last minute was going to be wild, right? What can you do? Robin's racing.
Yeah.
Required is done. Let's see what optionals throws up. If it's trying to launch the app itself and it's not launching the app itself, I would log out of iRacing completely and then log back in again. It may well be that your security key is expired.
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, I thought he was talking to
Could
me.
it be an
then.
internet
I
connection?
just had exactly the same thing trying to log into the UI. It wouldn't let me on. I put the right password in, right email, and then it loaded in loading credentials, and then it binned it off about 4 times, and then finally came in. I thought,
So they also use I think they use Cloudflare for their verification, and Cloudflare can be known to be hacked. Can be known to be a lot of people a lot of nefarious people use Cloudflare as a point of to activate denial of services. So it might well be that it's not actually getting to the iRacing website. It might be Cloudflare's authentication servers aren't running.
yeah, it was down for a good 4 or 5 attempts.
Yeah.
Thought, oh no, ban and pending. What's happened?
No, they'll log you in. He's in now. Yeah, so they probably just swapped the Cloudflare servers, John. Let's get the optionals done.
And he's always on with Apex.
What's that? I tested series. It's like
that's where they're testing the safety cars. So it's a safety rating affected, but iRacing unaffected race.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
What's the minute penalty for?
Unsafe pit entry, speeding in the pits.
Yeah, well, I suppose if you're in there.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
You know, I was coming in hot, and I was coming in badly, and then I didn't check my speed limiter.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
I enjoy how, like, as much as you do your racing, you don't spit it, if that makes sense. Like, I know it probably kicks you in the guts every now and then, but you're just like, yeah, it is what it is.
Kicking me in the guts now. I'm losing 54 iRating, and God knows how many safety rating for 9.
Yeah.
You know, at a track that I know well, that I'm quite good at, you know, and I'm doing laps of 220. bit of a pain in the buttocks. Yeah. It does, like, not necessarily the racing. Streaming does get to me. I've had a pretty rough couple of weeks, I'll look back and say, and I've had to make some decisions, and there's some other decisions that will probably come in September. But one of the things about moving away from one of the channels is to see whether I can focus on offline content. The number of streams I'll do will have to come down because I need time to make the offline content. But I'm hoping that in making the offline content, I can pivot. I've got a user base now. It's been 2.5 years. Can I pivot? Because if I don't, it's like, do I give up? And if I give up, it's like, what's the ramifications there?
Yeah.
So,
well, if you get, as you said,
it's
you
a
get
job.
comfortable,
Like,
you
I'm
gotta
very
change and do
clear.
some
I'm
things,
very
right?
transparent. I've always been clear and transparent about this. This is my job. This is what I come. This is my work.
Yeah.
This is what my wife comes in and barely hands me a cup of tea because I'm in the office. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't just walk in and go, "Hey," you know. So when I'm in a channel and I'm talking and I'm speaking, I'm ultimately in my head I'm presenting. Now I get to talk to you guys, but ultimately I'm thinking about what's the channel presenting. So this is my work. You know what I mean? And at the moment, I'm having a tough. If I'm honest with you, I'm having a tough time at my work. Not because I'm losing a race, but just generally I'm having a tough time at my work. And Rory Alexander told me 2 years ago, he said comparison is the enemy of success. But when you look around and you compare, it can be soul destroying. You know what I mean? It's like, what am I doing? Where am I going wrong? What am I doing wrong? Because I needed to earn money. You know what I mean? In whatever way. Not necessarily from the streaming side, but as sim racing, I needed to earn money for me. There's still a mortgage to be paid. So talking, I didn't want to get into it, but I'm here now. Comparison is the thief of joy. That's the one. Yeah. Last couple of weeks has been difficult.
That's 2 minutes left.
But there are changes coming. I know I've spoken about the room changing, and it's been a long while. There's a financial ramification against doing that. There's financial ramifications with the air conditioning, the changes we're going to make in here. I've a new PC allocated. It's financial. We're 20 seconds left in the optionals, Charlie. All of those sort of things that I've been putting off. You know, content needs to be created. I will be moving to doing podcasts. We have more and more people signing up and coming up to talk to us about doing a podcast. We have more opportunity to record content. That will take me more time because it will mean I have to learn how to edit. I can't edit for toffee. I can compose an image. I can just about compose a video. I have 100. I've sat down the other week and wrote 100 titles that I want to do short videos for.
Disengage limiter, please, Billy.
You know, so I can put content out. Sat down the other weekend and literally wrote 100 titles.
Yeah, Coltars.
Copy Coltars.
I think with YouTube kicking off like it did several years ago, it's made platforms like this very demanding for people who want to do exactly the same thing.
Yep.
There's not really a set rule book on how to do it, how to promote, how to make the best content. There's not any guidelines to follow or anything like that, so it's your own creation really, and that's where it gets hard.
So I'm on the
YouTube.
I'm on the YouTube content creator program. I've been down to Google. I've had many meetings with them. They know about as much as Max the cat knows about streaming. They first approached me and went, "Oh my God, you've got 1,000 videos. Why aren't you huge? You should be blowing up." And I'm like, they're like, "Where did you produce all these videos?" And I'm like, "I live stream every day." And they're like, "Ah." I was like, "What do you mean, ah?" They're like, "Yeah, our algorithm struggles to categorize live streams."
18th, last lap.
I was like, "Great."
Yeah, right.
So their algorithm currently doesn't look into a live stream, identify what the content's about, and then push it out like the other channel might well do. You know, when you go onto TikTok now and it says this conversation is about live streaming and the challenges that it has or whatever, you know. They look into stored videos and they categorize the videos based on the descriptions, the titles and the keywords. And if you're looking at Matt Armstrong rebuilding a Bugatti, they'll find you Tavares rebuilding a McLaren, you know what I mean? Because the content is being categorized as such. They don't have that dynamic search capability. TikTok is starting to do it now with AI. So you'll go onto TikTok stream now and it'll say this conversation's about, we might be sim racing, but because we're talking about streaming, we'll ignore what the content is. We'll do a keyword search on the audio and try and put a categorization against it. But the thing I've heard from YouTube, and I'm in a meeting today with Google on streaming, so I'll be off. Well, I'll probably be off now until after 6 o'clock.
John Photography says you showed up on my YouTube cause I watched Dave Cam.
There you go.
That's the end
we're
of the
running
session.
the same job. What was I going to say? Yeah, the streaming functionality. They really want to get into the streaming. They want me to do verticals. So they'd like me to stream verticals. And when I first spoke to them, they were like, you need to get to 50,000 followers. And you need to create offline content. And you'll blow up. And it's funny, if you look at Jaxer, he got to 50,000 followers. He creates offline content. He's gone through the roof. You look at Rory, he's at 160,000 followers, or whatever it is now. He creates offline content.
Charlie0481 says, I remember you when you was just a little press
I
store.
think I said that to you the other day, though. I don't know if you made like little compilations of saves or crashes or stuff like that. You're hitting the market.
Yeah. So one of the things that YouTube's very interested in at the moment is podcasting. And we looked at podcasting late last year. We did. I do have a podcast. It's on YouTube. You can have a look at it. It's done relatively well for the one and only podcast. But you know, we went back to the drawing board. We went and we found some people. Some people wanted to do podcasts immediately. I wasn't ready for it. But yeah, there's definitely some offline content videos, which is the 100 titles I've got. And like I say, they're not going to be long, boring, meandering, half-hour videos. They're going to be, you know, short videos saying, you know what, guys?
think sim racing podcasts,
yeah,
would border on the financial corporate side of feeling, and it would only be like business to business that I'd feel like would watch it.
I'd argue with that. I think if you could see, for example, how, if you're in the market for a wheel and you're looking at a £300 Formula wheel, and along comes Gomez Sim Industries with a £1,000 Formula wheel, and all you're looking at is a JPEG of the two, I think the standard sim racer goes, why is that £1,000? Why is that 300 quid? Now, you know, I strongly deter people from picking up an R3 or an R5 or picking up a Fanatec because experience, not my personal experience, but the breadth of experience that that's shared with me in my channel says Fanatec's break. And traditionally, it's not the case now, but traditionally their customer support was pants, right? And they haven't updated their product set to review that reliability issue. An R3 or an R5, I don't have anything against the mechanical capability of them. I just think you're spending money twice rather than spending money once. And I'm not trying to make you spend money. I'm not trying to help you. I'm not trying to help a vendor spend money. So in a podcast, where does that come from? Well, wouldn't you like to know how somebody got into the industry in the first place? And then wouldn't you like to see the product? And it's not a sales podcast. It's like, wouldn't you like to see why the product is £1,000 as opposed to the Chinese, and this isn't referring to any particular manufacturer, but the Chinese vacuum pressed, badly molded, badly machined, not very reliable, £200 or £300 product that is literally copying somebody else's. Whereas I appreciate Gomez Sim Industries is an American company built out of Dallas, Texas, or Houston, Texas. Sorry, built out of Houston, Texas. They're a small team. They have to pay American wages. They're all hand built. They're all hand assembled. They use high end components, and they look after their. Hey, Greg. They look after their product set beyond a standard warranty. SimiCube do the same. So wouldn't it be great to go see, well, why did SimiCube get into business, or why did Gomez Sim Industry start up? DAPACAP, thanks very much for following. Those sorts of conversations. And then some of those sim conversations actually, and it's not just sim that we're looking at, and I'm not divulging where we're going yet. But some of those conversations, much like the conversation that we had with Ronan from Sim Consultants, you watched that podcast. We ended up talking about Nürburgring, fixing cars, 24-hour races, parts at the side of the road, Fanatec, the future of Fanatec. I predicted Fanatec's demise, all sorts of things. And I think the conversation can be led from, there are people who are in sim racing who want to go to motorsport, and believe it or not, there are people in motorsport who want to know more about sim racing, and they're looking for guidance rather than looking for product placement. And I'm in a fortunate position that I go to the trade shows, I pick up the kit, I handle the hardware, and I can see everything that is produced first on because I'm there. Whereas if you're looking on a website, you're on a reseller's website, and you're looking at 10 wheels, and you're going, there's a £700 discrepancy. What's the difference? Safety says, so SimiCube says produced in Europe, designed in Finland. Acetec is Spanish? No, Acetec are Swedish, if I remember correctly. Use
Danish.
inner parts from Danish. Forgive me. Sorry, you're all right. Yeah, Danish. Danish use inner parts from SimiCube. That has yet to be proven. Somebody show me where they're using inner parts from SimiCube. Because Acetec purchased consultancy from SimiCube, and they licensed a patent, but that doesn't mean that they're the same thing. If you understand how consultancy works and you understand how brand IP works, they're two different things. So Apple could go to Toyota and say, tell us how to make a car. It doesn't mean that the new Apple car is a Toyota.
I think you've got a lot more avenues as well.
Yes.
You could introduce like a training podcast, like where people are going wrong, mistakes made. You've got that avenue.
We have a list
thousands of opportunities, like different sides of it.
I've got TCR drivers, rally drivers, touring car drivers, GT drivers, team manufacturers, team owners, sim manufacturers who race, sim manufacturers who race in real world as well as sim, private owners who started to go sim racing and what they chose. All sorts of things are in that, and it really is. The podcast is really going to be what it's not going to be. Is it's not going to be, hi, this is the new ABC 123, and you should buy it because it's great. Yeah. And if you catch me doing that, I want you to come up to me when you meet me at a trade show and kick me in the nuts. Yeah.
So the difference between Acetec and SimiCube. They're actually both supplied with their motor from Granite Devices.
Right.
The IP that was bought from SimiCube was part of the Granite Devices package.
Yeah. Which would be the base. Which would be the base CAN bus between the motor and the boards. I expect it's the base communications layer, probably. And I'm guessing. I don't know.
The only real difference between the SimiCube and the Acetec is the aesthetics and the software.
Right. Now, let me give you a real world scenario. Bilstein have a suspension technology that they refer to as Magnatech. Porsche call it PASM, Porsche Active Suspension. Mercedes call it something else, Dynamic Ride Control, right? Chrysler used to call it MagnaRide. The product is the same. They bought the product from Bilstein. The delivery mechanism is completely different. Because if you've ever driven in a Cadillac with MagnaRide, it's the most horrible seasick event on the planet. If you've ever driven a Porsche with PSM, it's a completely different kettle of fish. So the point I'm trying to make is, at the end of the day, you can't get away from the whole world is based on components, and you can buy components, and you can, like, so for example, you can buy the Cosworth steering wheel and Motronic, or a Motronic, the Cosworth software for your LMP2. It does not make your LMP2 car the same car as your competitors. That's, you know what I mean. So when people say Asetek and SimiCube is the same product, they're not, because they have different software, they have different hardware, they have different circuit boards. They have bought a Granite Devices motor, which ultimately will come down to some Taiwanese or Japanese or Chinese step motor company who's knocking these out for robotic arms, right? And they'll be built to spec, or they'll meet a requirement. That's all it comes down to. What I'd like to do is, I'd like to be able to show the sim racing community the whole, from the front gate of motorsport to the front gate of sim racing and everything in between, and not be a brand placement. Yes, we will talk to brands. Yes, we will go see them. Yes, we will. Hopefully, if they let us, we'll go to the factory. We'll video how things are made. We'll see how things are assembled. But the conversation will also be around, you know, tell me how you got into the industry. Tell me what started you out. Because nobody gets up in the morning and suddenly decides that they're going to make a sim racing wheel without being a sim racer or without having a drive to do something. Because otherwise, you just, if you don't like your wheel, you go buy another one, or you sell it and buy a second hand, or you do whatever. You don't. It's a big take on to go. Even the guys at Granite Devices, it's a big like SimiCube is. The last time I spoke to the CEO of SimiCube, I think there were 62 employees. They're not a big company by any means, but they have an Apple-esque style brand to them. They're deemed expensive. But again, iRacing's deemed expensive, but I think a lot of people don't understand the level of support that you get beyond the product. The fact that you can just raise a ticket, or you can chat to somebody immediately and I've done that 3 or 4 times in the last 8 years. I've raised a ticket, I've done a message, to come back. I've had somebody actually I had broadcast mode, strangely enough, come up on one of my streams, and I couldn't get out of broadcast mode. And I ended up having a guy remote desktop onto my machine to turn off broadcast mode. Safety car says, I've got one question, bit off topic, far away. Brandon says, I'm a Maui TIE fighter, Billy. You don't want me kicking your nuts. I like, dude, if I'm off my message of, I believe in quality and reliability, and not like, there's a reason why, like, I've turned down a partnership recently with a brand because it's not me. It's not where I need to be. And look, there's some great podcasts out there. There's some great content guys out there, but there are also some great guys, and I think we know who we're talking. I was at a trade show a couple of years ago where I went out to dinner with a load of guys, and I said, "Oh, we really like this content creator," and I said, "Why?" And they said, "Oh, because his mantra is just pay me £1,000 and I'll say whatever you want." That's probably why I'm not earning money. What is a good price for
Yeah.
secondhand SimLab GT1? SimLab GT1 Evo with monitor holder, seat holder, and that. In GPT or euros, doesn't matter. I don't know, safety car. I don't know what the secondhand market's like. What I'd probably say to you is there is a Facebook group that sells secondhand sim racing kit. There isn't an
First
awful lot.
question.
Sorry, go on.
Are you in the UK? That
No,
fellow
he
you're
said in
speaking to?
GBP. He said in GBP or euros, doesn't matter. He's in Holland.
He's in Holland. I think
To be
Holland
honest,
does. Yeah.
to be honest with you, there isn't an awful lot that can deteriorate in a rig. So I would say that the market value of a second-hand rig shouldn't be that much less than a new rig, which means the second-hand market is limited unless they want rid of it. Your girl has a coworker. He wants to send you the info tonight and what the kit is exactly about, but he wants to sell it to me. Well, look, it's a price that you think is reasonable. Look at the price of a new one and see where do you want to be on a second-hand one. But they're like, I'm in a sim like SimLab GT1 currently. I'm not in the Evo. I'm in the original GT1. And it's a great bit of kit. It's as reliable today as it was when I bought it in 2017. Aluminium does wear, and the more you tighten bolts and retighten bolts, you'll get wear on the aluminium slides. But ultimately, there's nothing stopping me moving it an eighth of an inch and having a new piece of aluminium. Brandon says quality of character will always bring you farther, mate. I'm sure you'll stick to your way. I hope so, Brandon. Thanks for liking the live. Brandon, I haven't spoken to you before, I don't think, or I don't recognize your avatar at least. Remember, in August, I'm going to 2 channels. We're just doing a little bit of an experiment. So by all means, feel free to follow me on the other channels that I have, and you'll find them on my website. And get involved in the Discord. We're nearly at 1,000 followers, and I'm pretty sure I can stretch to having a little gift for when I find the 1,000th follower. And it'll be very unscientific. I will look at the Discord and go, hey, we're 1,000 followers. And I will go back and work back who the 1,000th follower was. And they will get a little gift. That's about
Okay.
that's
You
about
need
as
to make
I'm gonna
a
make
little
sure I'm
Evan
gonna
bobblehead for the gift.
leave the server and then rejoin it.
It's really probably not worth that, but it'll be something just to
Still
say,
doing
hey, we got to 1,000 followers. I think we're at 987 at the moment. 988.
That's pretty good.
1,000 members. 1,000 members would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You're saying earlier about why people join in. It's like you caught my attention. Like I was just honestly just scrolling on the TikTok, and I think it was what sort of struck me was just your ability to diversify all the information about different wheels, pedals, and all that sort of stuff when I was looking. And like from that, you sort of make a quick connection, and then now it's like, hey, this guy's pretty cool. I enjoy hanging out. Okay, you steered me away from P1000s, but I'm not going to be a top tier sim. I'm not going to do it for that. So it's just a quality one better than V3s. But again, you gave me some direction, you gave me some guidance. That's all I was after, and I can't thank you enough for what you're producing. And I'm on shift change at the moment, quite enjoying your show.
Cool. I'm glad. I genuinely appreciate the feedback, and the nice guy will be along shortly. I don't know who he was, but he was obviously in here while I was out for lunch. My opinions on. I'm not saying P1000s are a bad set of pedals. I kind of look at it and go, a lot of people in the sim racing community think that because you bought the Hugo Boss trousers, you have to buy the Hugo Boss jacket, when it actually brings you no benefit. You know what I mean? In sim racing, buying Fanatec because you have a Fanatec wheel doesn't bring you, buying Fanatec pedals because you have a Fanatec wheel or a Fanatec gear shifter.
Yeah.
I believe in best of breed. I've tried the P1000s. One of my affiliate partners is the main distributor for Sim Magic in the UK.
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed with them personally, but I'm 6'4", weigh over 100 kilos, and I'm used to kicking 100 kilos on the sim labs. I'll be honest with you, I find the Heusinkfelds, and I had them first, I find the Heusinkfelds quite light compared to my sim labs. But I also think that there's a quality feel to the Heusinkfelds that the sim labs don't quite have. It's hard to put on it. It's almost like in the 80s we would have gone, ooh, check the action on that CD player drawer. It's that sort of, it doesn't benefit you, but it's just like there's a niceness about them. There's a watch maker's feel about them or something. I don't know. I can't quite.
I know what you're saying. It's like going to get a Tag Heuer versus a replica.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't buy them. What I'm saying is, in my experience, I found them quite soft. Yeah. Ultimately, do you know what? Any load cell. The choice I had in 2007 was I could buy a Granite Devices SimiCube 1. The 2 wasn't just out yet. I could buy a Leo Bondar, or I could buy a Fanatec, and that was it. And the choices you have now is you can go buy. There's 10, there's 12, there's 20 direct drive wheels on the market. Yeah. And they start at $300, which is nuts. And the same as pedals. These pedals are £800. That's 1,600 Aussie dollars, right? More.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're nuts. But they were engineered to last. And they have.
MK11 says, see, that's stuff y'all need to know because I heavy-handed heavy
You even see people make the Camus style force feedback motors out of hoverboard
things
now.
Yeah. But you know,
Get into
ultimately,
sim racing into direct drive under 100 quid, essentially.
ultimately, there's a whole load of choice. There's a whole load of stuff. I personally like the Invicta pedals for their firmness, but I don't like them for their progression. But that's a personal thing.
Yeah.
That's what makes the world go round. Charlie's just talking about the Acid Tech Invictus. That's a personal thing. It's what makes the world go round at the end of the day.
See, I've used active pedals, I've used ultimates, I used to own sprints, and I now have Simruto AliExpress pedals with upgraded diecast springs that I ordered from eBay. And these
you're a
perform
tweaker.
better than the ultimates and things like that. Like,
but you're a
unbelievable.
Tweaker. Yeah.
In the American sense, no. This is
no. You're an adapter. Then you're what I'd call an Android customer, not an Apple iPhone customer.
That's what I was thinking earlier when you were saying about Apple. I was like, well, I'm not. I'm Android. Like, yeah.
So you got to remember that there's a customer that's at my age, that's in motorsport, that doesn't get to race at the weekend, right? That has 28 grand for a test day in GT3, 10 grand for a test day in F4, 7 grand for a weekend in Citroen C1, who thinks 15 grand for a decent rig, only a couple of days. I can pay for that. But you know what they don't do? They don't understand PCs. They don't, and I know hundreds of these. They don't know how to turn them on. They don't understand how the internet works or how to update iRacing. And they actually haven't got the time to be doing a 23 gig update on a Tuesday night when they've told the wife they're going upstairs for an hour. This is why I do free car, free track for an hour at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night. So the guys who are above 68% of my audience is over 25. So the guys who are got home, had dinner, spoke to the wife, put the kids to bed, they've got an hour. The missus is watching something on Netflix or Big Brother or whatever the feck is on the television these days. And they're going, I'm just stepping upstairs for a minute. And they go upstairs, they fire up the machine. They don't want to spend all day trying to fix it, tweak it. They get up, they join a group, they have a chat with some guys. They do 15 minutes practice, 15 minutes qualifying, half-hour race. And if she hasn't noticed they're missing, they stay for another race. And otherwise, they just say, look, I'm out of here. Thanks very much. And they've had an hour in the week. And it's probably cost them less time to get in than getting in the car and going down the road and sitting in a pub. Yeah. And I am forever being told that people are forever grateful for that hour in the night. And then on Sunday night, why do I do the league on Sunday night at 9 o'clock? I know it doesn't. I'm in a very fortunate position that I have a world audience, and I'm tiny by comparison to some of these big guys. But some of the big guys are UK only. You know what I mean? I have a world audience, and I can't accommodate everyone's time zone. But at 9 o'clock in the evening, it's late enough in the UK and most of Europe that, you know, people are going to get away and do a bit of Porsche Cup racing for an hour and be back downstairs before they're missing. I've been in leagues before that's like, we're doing 3 races. We're doing one race, another race. We're doing an hour's qualifying, an hour's one race, and then an hour's reverse grid. 3 hours out of your night. And as a married man, your missus is like, where were you last night? Didn't get to see you. I went to bed without you. The kids went to bed. They didn't get to kiss their daddy goodnight or have a book read or whatever the feck they do. I don't have kids, but whatever the feck happens in your life. Yeah. It's all right. Just go off.
I'm really starting to think my partner don't love me.
Well, it's not that they don't love you. I have an understanding partner. But you know, when you've got kids and you've got a wife and you both work and you know they want their time with you as much as you want your time away. You know what I mean? And ultimately being able to find that happy mix. I'll be gone for an hour, love. Yeah, I'll go upstairs. Yeah,
it's the other way round. I spend an hour with the missus and she's like, all right, now clear off.
But she might her space, but her space might be different. You know, people are different. You know what I mean? I know guys, like I genuinely know guys above the age of 40, shall we say. I know guys who have 10, 15 grand's worth of a rig sitting in a room, going nowhere, doing nothing, that hasn't been turned on in I don't know how long because they don't get more than an hour in an evening. And they know when they turn it on, it's going to need a 60 gig upgrade and their internet isn't that fast. So what's the point in turning it on? I see so many people coming to me. I get private messages all the time. Hey, Billy, how's it going? I'm thinking about selling my rig. Why? Oh, I just don't get to use it. Why not? Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't have the time in the evening. I joined the league, and it's like 3 hours on a Wednesday night. I'm like, dude, just come race with us. The whole point of free car, free track is that we get like Billy is an amateur. Come in, turn the damage off, do the first hour, have some fun, talk to the lads, have a bit of a chat. It's a bit of a laugh. You want to get serious? Come join the race leagues. You know what I mean? It's 20 quid. Come pay for it. 12 weeks for 20 quid. It's less than a pint
I
of beer.
wish I could commit for 12 weeks.
I understand that, but it's 10. It's 10 that come out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I know in Aussie dollars it's probably 42 or 45 Aussie dollars. But like, what do you get for 12 weeks for 45 Aussie dollars? And
Yeah.
and I'll be very candid about it. I'll be very candid about it. This bitch needs to get paid as well. You know what I mean? So do I
You're
make
exactly
a profit
right.
out of it? Do I make a profit out of it? Yes. Do I make a lot of money out of it? No. Can I, have I put a prize into it? Yeah. Do I have to pay for the hosting? Yeah. Is there money left over? Yeah. Because you know what? I ain't earning a penny today. So gotta earn the money. I gotta earn the money somewhere. I mean, that's but getting back to the
I'd
offline
rather
content.
enter in a low ticket draw raffle than a high ticket draw one.
Yeah. Getting back to it, the podcasts are coming. We got people lined up. Wednesday next week will be an off day. We'll be doing a dry run. We've got a great location that I'm really hoping that we can use for people coming to visit. Because ultimately, if I would like to be going to the vendors, I would like to be going. I will be lining up a series of manufacturers to go. Let me come visit you. We'll do some film. We'll sit down and we'll do an interview as well. We'll talk about the market. We'll talk about the industry. We'll talk about LMU. We'll talk about iRacing. It doesn't have to be just about iRacing. We'll talk about what's going on. My conversation, as per, if you've watched the first podcast, my conversation starts with, "Hi, who are you? What's your name? What do you do for a living?" And we'll take it from there. There's no script beyond that. And then I would really like you to see. The reason I don't do reviews at the moment is there's a camera on my pedals. Go ask me about my pedals. There's a camera right now on my steering wheel. Go ask me about my steering wheel. Because as a user of electronics and goods myself, I bought a Roadcaster recently, and all I can find is videos from the launch 9 months ago. I haven't found anything since. Everybody going, "It's great, you should buy one." Well, that's I have a set of SimLab XP1s. They broke. But you know what? We lived through it together. They were on the stream when they broke, and they were on the stream when I fixed them on the stream. And if you ask me what they're like today, I'll say they're great. Why aren't they on the rig? Because I can't be arsed to take these off and put them on when I'm going to build a new rig in a couple of weeks, months or whatever. So they'll stay off until the new rig comes out, and then they'll go back on the rig. But I think an in-life review is far more valuable than 20 minutes of a launch day review. Do you know what? I've had this wheel a while, and I really
Charlie
wish
0481 says, what pedals are they?
SimLab XP1s, and these are Heusinkveld Sprints. I really like this Gomez wheel. I've had it over a year. It's very large compared to some of the other wheels. It's large, but it's good for gloves, for getting your hands through. I wish I had clutch pedals. You know what I mean? But Gomez gave it to me to try out, and you don't you don't bite the hand that feeds you and say, "Hey, any chance you can send me 200 quid's worth of clutch pedals?" It's not done. So I don't have clutch pedals. I wish I had the clutch pedals. That would be the improvement. If you were ordering one today, I'd say make sure you order a four pedal kit. And if you want some advice on what to order, I'm happy to advise on that. That's the kind of reviews I give, as opposed to go check my video on this new, as I say, a sim manufacturer offered me a complete kit recently, but it was very entry level. And I said, look, I'm not going to put it on the rig, and it's not going to compete with what I've got, and I'm instantly going to be biased. You know what I mean, against what I've got, because against your kit, because what I've got is such a high standard. I'm very fortunate that what I've got is such a high standard, and this ultimately is the entry level stuff. So when you give me a Tomy steering wheel and I'm running a SimiCube and a GSI, what do you think I'm going to think of it? So I'll tell you what, I'd really be interested to understand what your high end kit looks like. And I know that's not this is what I wrote back to them. I know it's not your campaign. So I wish you the best of luck with your entry level campaign. And when you want to try out some high end kit, by all means, let's stay in touch. But I turned down. I had a choice of stuff to pick from, and I was like, dude, freebies are great, but not to just be saying happy things about them. Right, it's 10 to 2 in the UK. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I've got a call. I think my call is 4 to 5. So what I'll do is I'll come back for the evening session, and we'll do the second session in the evening, rather than I usually come back in an hour from now. But I'll take a couple of hours. I need to let DJ Defcat out the backyard, and he likes to have a sit out in the sunshine and whatnot during the day. So I'll do that. We'll take a break. But I've really enjoyed this chat. I think it's really good. I appreciate you guys turning up and being part of it. Let's get out of here. I will see you all later on. If there's some people left on the Twitch, which I'm sure there is, I will find somebody to raid, and we can move the guys off. And if you're not subscribed to all 3 streams, I really would appreciate if you can, because I can't talk about the name of it because the algorithm won't like it, but we're gonna shut one of them down during August just to see what the difference is. So let's find somebody on Twitch to raid, and I will talk to you guys later. Greedy Me's doing some NASCAR. Guys, look after yourselves, look after each other. I will see you all soon. Where's the button I need to press? Where is it? Where's my